Hi, everybody. My name is Anna-Sophie Fiston-Lavier. I am the president of the French Bioinformatics Society, also called SFBI. And today it's my pleasure to introduce you and talk to you about our society. So I will start to give you a little more information, little information about the SFBI. Then I will talk to you about how we are organized, how network, and how main actions. So what is the SFBI? In 2000, a number of French researchers decided to organize a real symposium with guest speakers from abroad, a selective program committee, and published proceeding. Marie-France Sago, influenced by her Brazilian origins, proposed to call this conference Jobim to refer to the singer Carlos Jobim. The first edition took place in Montpellier during the autumn 2000, and given its success, other editions were already planned. In order to reiterate this organization of this bioinformatics meeting, several people start to think about a way to maintain or organize a group of people to maintain this organization. In Marseille, Alain Guénoche set up the SFBI as an association under the law 1901. After all the paperwork, the SFBI was created on June 1, 2005. SFBI is currently a non-profit and science organization with the primary aim of promoting bioinformatics and bridging the gap between the scientific community and society. It represents the whole bioinformatics communities, I mean researchers, student lecturers, engineer labs, and platforms. It promotes interdisciplinary research, such as molecular biology, computer science, math, stat, physics. It's independent of research institution, as in France we have CNRS, in RAE, in CERN, in RIA, in ERD, university hours, institute, and companies. It brings together the French community with the organization of annual meetings and exchanges. It fosters and encourages the training and participation of integration of young bioinformaticians. Since its creation, SFBI is in excellent financial health. And since October 2021, the head office of the SFBI is located in Montpellier in the south of France. During the years 2022, we were able to count more than 5,500 members and 24 corporate memberships. The benefits is a discount of annual meeting registration for people of the team, eligibility of SFBI Fellows Awards, and it's for 3 members of the team if it's a corporate membership, eligibility to the SFBI funds for meeting organization, and eligibility for career support, such as childcare. The SFBI also maintain and manage the bioinformatics mailing list called bioinfo@sfbi.fr with more than 5,000 French speaker scientists registered. So how the SFBI is organized? So the SFBI is administered by a board of 9 elected members from different institutions. They are elected for 3 years term, 2 times, and we used to meet once a month. After this annual meeting and the election, another election among the council take place in order to decide a different position of the council, in order to have 1 president, 1 vice president, or 2 secretary and treasurer and 4 councillors. In order to investigate other political topics or more complicated topics that require to know more about the history of the SFBI, we also exchange with the former council members. These former council members is composed of 14 members appointed by the council, and they can meet once to 3 times a year. The SFBI is also composed of volunteers that are dedicated to specific actions. It's my pleasure now to introduce you the current council of the SFBI, so 2023 to 2024, composed by Audrey, Erwan, Elodie, Sandra, Cyril, Delphine, Pierre, Marie-France, and I. So the SFBI is not working alone. We are working with other groups, bioinformatics groups, but not only scientific group, I will say. Here is, I just want to show you the groups, scientific groups we are currently working with. And we'll start with the CNRS working group. So in France, we have CNRS groups called GDR, and we are working since a few years more with the molecular bioinformatics groups called GDR-BIM and the environmental genomics groups called GDR-GE. With the molecular bioinformatics groups, we are working since several years closely together to promote the bioinformatics at different levels. So this is why I will give you a quick overview of this GDR. This GDR is open to members. So if you want to join this GDR, you can click on this website here. You can also go directly on the website of this GDR. The website is www.gdr-bim.cnrs.fr. And also interact with the community using the Bioinfo mailing list. So the GDR, as it's called, it's a molecular bioinformatics groups. The goals of this GDR is to structure and animate the French bioinformatics research community with a specific focus on methodology aspect. They also be part of the scientific watch and prospective. This GDR is founded by the CNRS, but it's open to everyone. Currently, this GDR is composed of around 4,400 members that come from 90 different labs that come all over France. This organization, the organization of GDR is with an executive committee composed of 4 people and a scientific board composed with around 20 people. The GDR main actions are the animation of through work groups. I will talk to you more about this works group on the next slide. They also support the scientific visit and attending to conferences such as the ISMB, ECCB meeting. They also organize several meetings such as the Junior School in Bioinformatics and the GDR Day. They also support other scientific events such as SFBI. About the groups, here this is a list of the 6 work groups of the GDR. Each group focuses on a specific thematics from well represented in a French community. So the first one is called ALFI for phylogeny and evolution. The second one is BIOS for symbolic system biology. Then MASIM for structural bioinformatics, SECBIM for algorithm for sequence analysis, Statomic for statistic for omics data analysis, and the more recent one is called LEGO for machine learning for genomics. Save the date because the next GDR days will take place in November at Lille. It's a very nice city in the north of France. And during this conference, the days, you will be able to have meetings of 4 groups of the GDR, BIOS, MASIM, SECBIM, and LEGO. And a plenary day will be also organized and devoted to the deep learning in bioinformatics. So now I will also talk to you about other groups we are working with, such as the Institute, Bioinformatics French Institute, also called EFB, and the BiF, that is the ECCB regional student group in France. With those groups, we are working more on the training, diploma, and job. but at this different level. With the BiF group, we are more interacting about the undergraduate orientation. Then the SFBI focus on the catalog of diploma courses and job description through different actions, ReBiF and MedBiF specifically. And with the EFB, we are working more on the catalog of training courses for professionals. More recently, the SFBI also joined the effort of a group in order to bring together all the French society and interact with our French ministry. These groups is called COSAF, or College of French Academic Society, and the SFBI is an active member of the COSAF since its creation in 2021. Among the different actions that the SFBI and the COSAF support together, we have the Woman in the Lead. That is an action in order to promote women in different fields that promoting bioinformatics or interdisciplinary research. We organize also roundtables about different topics, conferences specifically for PhD or student or doctoral students, but also to promote interdisciplinary researchers. More recently, the SFBI start to exchange with other French societies, specifically such as the Computer Science French Society, and also with the Brazilian Society of Bioinformatics and Computational Biology, so out of France. Among our main actions, the SFBI, as I already explained you before, work a lot on the promoting of job in internships through our website. We also provide a list of master programs in France. We part of the organization of this annual conference called Jobbing, so I will talk to you later about that. We manage the mailing list, Bioinfo mailing list at sfbi.fr. We also support other events organized on bioinformatics or related to bioinformatics in France and other and outside of France. We also provide travel fellowships and SFBI awards. So I will focus today only on 4 main actions that we are very proud of and that we work on during 2022 and 2023. So I will start to talk to you a little more about the bioinformatics profession, I mean job internship offers. So in 2022, the SFBI were able to collect and provide to the community more than 1,000 job and internships. Among those job and internship, we have half for the job and half for the internship. For the internship, what I call training here, most of them was for internship for master degree, so master 2, but also was also for PhD program. Among the job offer, it's very interesting to see like all kind of job offer has been promoted and were part of this list of job offer on the SFBI website. When we focus more on the topics of the jobs, some of them are more represented, such as genomics, machine learning, and GS. So that is quite of expected based on the job market. We also provide job offer outside of France, even if the majority are in France. We promote, we have some jobs in Europe and elsewhere in the world. Now, what's about the travel fellows and event foundings for the SFBI members? So during the years 2022, the SFBI were able to provide 25 individual travel fellows that represent around 9,000 euros. Those individual fellow was to participate to conferences, not only conference in France, but only conference in outside of France, and more specifically in US. This year, we were very proud to increase the amount of individual travel fellows for the community. We also support event organization in France and also outside of France, including training, are based bioinformatics, popular or scientific events. What about now the organization of the annual French Bioinformatics Conference called JOBIM? So JOBIM, for Journée ouverte en biologie, informatique et mathématiques, is the annual Bioinformatics Conference sponsored and organized by the SFBI. So the SFBI is sponsored and part of the steering committee of this meeting. JOBIM is the annual meeting for the entire bioinformatics community, and it's an attractive venue for young scientists to present their work to a friendly audience. JOBIM offers a submission format covering both fundamental and applied bioinformatics topics. More recently, we were getting closer to PCI journal in order to provide to members of our community the submission to the PCI journal and to JOBIM in same times. SFBI also confer awards to young members of the community. So JOBIM is supported by the SFBI in keeping with the spirit of JOBIM and in continuity with previous editions. The GDR-BIM and EFB are regular partners of the organization of JOBIM. However, SFBI bears the financial and legal risk of this organization. JOBIM is locally organized by a committee selected by the SFBI. The local organization can propose changes to the format or the content, such as mini symposia, platform service session, virtual edition, or childcare. The local organization has to follow the framework and modality of the organization of the BIM provided by the SFBI. They need to follow the code of conduct, also provided by the SFBI, and the registration fee policy. The SFBI really want to keep the registration fees of this conference attractive, and what we call by attractive is around 100 euros. During this more than 20 years, we organized the JOBIM in different big cities in France, such as Marseille, Paris, Rennes, Nantes, Montpellier, Lyon, Bordeaux, Lille, Clermont-Ferrand, Toulouse, or Strasbourg. But this year, we decided to organize a new edition format with 5 JOBIM and 5 different cities in France in same times. Those cities never organized JOBIM before because they are small city or the number of bioinformaticians before was not enough to have a large committee of organization. But this session was a real success because we were able to listen great talks from all around the world and get together with our colleagues. So congratulations again to the organizer of this new edition. Next year, JOBIM will be organized in Toulouse, also called the Pink City, in June 2024. So do not hesitate to come. We will be happy to have you in Toulouse and share our scientific researcher with the entire community. The last point we are very proud of is the partner of the SFBI with to the ISMB, ECCB conference and the organization of the session Bioinformatics in France. So I will start to thank my colleagues, Sandra, Guy, and Marie-France, with who organized this meeting and exchange with ESCB and ECCB in order to get a very nice session today. So what you need to keep in mind is the SFBI is the first national Learn Society partner in the organization of this conference. And in order to to help people from our community, the member of the SFBI, to participate to this conference, we provide 34 discount codes from 300 to 600 euro. That correspond to 16 PhD students that will be part of this conference. So we are very proud of that. For concerning the session, Bioinformatics in France session, so for this session, we will have 2 great keynote speakers, Flo Rajet and Yann Ponty, that will represent the community and the research, the French research in our community. We will also have the pleasure to listen to have 6 flash talks, 5 from the SFBI community and 1 for an intentional member attendees. After the presentation of the GDR of the SFBI and the GDR, you will also have the pleasure to listen the talk of the EFB and Elixir. And we will finish the day by a French social event. So do not hesitate to come to talk to us during the stand and join us for these social events also. We are very happy also to note that for this conference, we have more than 2,000 participants registered with 250 participants already that already subscribed for the Bioinformatics in France session. If you want to know more about the SFBI, you are welcome to go to our website, www.sfbi.fr. Also to exchange with us and to join the mailing list, bioinfo@sfbr.fr. But also you can go to the Bioinformation website. So it's the bioinformation.fr website. On this website, we use 4 times a year to post the main news from the entire bioinformatics community. So this is why these news are co-authored by various bioinformatics actors in France. You can also follow us on the social networks such as Twitter. It's with at SFBIFFR, and we will be back soon on LinkedIn. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope to see you all to our session.